Thursday. Oh my goodness, how is everyone doing? It is full-blown fall here. It's so exciting. I absolutely love fall. And the leaves are falling down. The aspens are all goldens and reds. It's absolutely beautiful. I have been up pretty much most of the night for this week. My daughter has been trying to adjust going through the season change, the light change. Her like biorhythms are all sorts of crazy, and yeah, we are getting up at like midnight and staying up until probably about 4 in the morning. Excuse my hellions that are going to be running in and out. We have 8 puppies. If you've been following me, you've seen them before. So anyway, yeah, no sleep. And then everything going on with this hurricane. If you follow me on Substack, my podcast, Instagram, TikTok, this channel, wherever, you'll know I've been talking about that since yesterday. I am from Florida. I was born in Miami, and I have been through many hurricanes. It is no joke. Hurricanes are destructive, for lack of a better term. And this one was a huge, huge storm. Not a lot of people realized how big this storm actually was. They even showed an image from the space station, and to see the capacity of this storm was ridiculous. And I digress, but one of the things that I was watching yesterday was the animal videos. Going back to the 8 dogs, most of them are rescues, and my husband and I are big animal lovers, and seeing how many people just abandon their dogs or tied them to a fence, and yeah, I had to get off of social media last night because I was driving myself crazy. I literally spent hours just crying because I was not able to jump into the phone and rescue all of these animals. I mean, down from dogs and cats to like horses. And then, that leads into a lot of these families having to write their numbers and their children's names and birthdays on like life vests. Just was getting to me. I talked mostly to my therapist in our session about it today. So I am glad that this part of the storm has passed. I hope everyone is safe and sound. My husband is actually on the way to Florida right now to help with disaster relief. His main focus is going to be on helping animals, but obviously he is going to help humans in need. That is just kind of just catching up. That's not really what I'm coming on here to talk about. It's mostly to explain why I look like I crawled out from under a rock. But I haven't been on here in a minute, and really wanted to come on here and do a little chat about. So our strengths and weaknesses, this is where we can develop and grow and learn about ourselves. A lot of time we do focus on the weaknesses more than we do the strengths. I talk a lot about this in my book throughout it. I'm going to read from one of the sections about strengths and weaknesses. So our strengths and weaknesses. Understanding our strengths and weaknesses is crucial for personal growth and development. By gaining insight into what we excel at and where we need to improve, we can make more informed decisions about our career paths and personal goals. Identifying our strengths allows us to leverage them to our advantage, whether it's exceptional communication skills, analytical thinking, or creative problem-solving abilities. Knowing our strengths enables us to focus on areas where we can thrive. We can excel in our chosen fields and positively impact by harnessing these strengths. On the other hand, recognizing our weaknesses is equally important. It takes courage to acknowledge areas where we may fall short or need improvement. However, this self-awareness provides an opportunity for growth and learning. by identifying weaknesses such as time management skills or public speaking anxiety. We can take proactive steps to address them through training, through programs, or seeking guidance from mentors. Self-improvement is an ongoing journey that requires continuous reflection and effort. Embracing our strengths and weaknesses allows us to develop a well-rounded skill set while fostering our personal growth. Through self-awareness, we can strive for constant improvement in all aspects of our life, personally and professionally. So take time to reflect on yourself and get to know your strengths and your weaknesses. It is the first step towards unlocking our full potential and becoming the best version of ourselves, because that's really the goal, right? We want to keep leveling up. You want to be better than yourself yesterday. You don't want to compare yourself to another person because they're not you. You're a very unique individual and you want to better yourself, right? So how do you do that? You better the person you were yesterday. Some ways of identifying our strengths and weaknesses. We can reflect on our past experience that can help identify areas where we excel or need improvement. Think of your accomplishments, but also think of your setbacks. What strengths helped you through them, and what weaknesses held you back? Another way to identify these features is to ask friends or family. It can be really hard. I will go into this at another time, but if you do have very toxic family members, please don't ask them these questions. Like I said, we'll go into that later. If you do follow my friends and my podcast, That's Mugged Up, we just did an episode on narcissistic parents and family members, relatives, friends, things like that. So that goes into that. Asking your friends or family is another way to get honest feedback or constructive criticism. Remember, it is important to track your progress. Keep a success tracker in your journal, identify successes and failures, then note which skills or approaches led to each outcome. Keeping a journal can help you pinpoint a particular strength or weakness. Practicing self-awareness is critical to identifying your strengths or weaknesses. Take time each day to reflect on your thoughts, feelings, or behaviors. Learn from others, as well as take time to reflect on yourself. Personally, I owe a lot to the people who showed me how to find my strengths and acknowledge my weaknesses. It took many years to identify these aspects of myself and utilize them as needed. Please don't dwell. Like I said before, don't dwell on the negative. This is all about growth. This is all about opportunity and finding ways to level up yourself. It is good to get constructive criticism, but also take it with a grain of salt. Take accountability and responsibility for the things that you need to upgrade, level, change, or to strengthen. Sweet. That's really all I wanted to talk about today from that. It was on my mind this morning and I was like, you know what, let me talk about the strengths and weaknesses. Right now, one of my weaknesses I am working on, this is the first time that my husband and I have been apart, not in a bad way. Like I said, he's going to help with disaster relief. But it's the first time we've been apart after our child was born, and it's a whole slew of things I am developing and working on myself. But a lot of my strength are one of my big strengths is just perseverance and independence, and I'm using that to battle the codependency part of our relationship when he's gone. So, we're all working on something. I am going to put a lot of information in the description. I do talk about a lot of this stuff in my book as far as like strengths and weaknesses and taking accountability and responsibility for our actions, as well as on my Substack and my podcast. You can get my podcast on iTunes. It is under The Wandering Obscurus. And if you do want to support me and donate, I do have a subscription service on my Substack. It is monthly, or you can pay by the year. It is just to support my time and energy. If you do sign up for a subscription, I do have a separate little digital coven that's through my subscription service. And that's where I do readings and monthly challenges, exercises, and just a whole bunch of cool stuff. That is also something I am working on. One of my weaknesses, self-promotion, and I am definitely trying to strengthen that. But I will put all that information below. Also, if you would like me to talk about a certain topic, whether it be anything on the witchy end of things or anything on my magical mentoring stuff, anything I talk about in my book that you want a little bit more information about, please let me know in the comments below. Other than that, thank you guys so much for joining, watching this little video. I do try to keep them short, I promise. I can babble. But yeah, thanks for stopping by. I hope everyone that's on the southeast side of the country is safe. That hurricane was no joke. You are definitely in my thoughts. Like I said, I wish I could do more. I will donate where I can. My husband is on his way. I will also put his information below, so that way you can follow along his journey. And yeah, thanks for stopping by.